As Chioma ventured deeper into the wilderness, her mind was consumed by thoughts of the sorcerer's cryptic words. What game was he playing, and what did he hope to gain from testing her resolve? The question swirled in her mind like a whirlwind, threatening to overwhelm her with doubt and uncertainty. But amidst the chaos of her thoughts, one thing remained clear: James's life hung in the balance, and Chioma would stop at nothing to save him. With a steely resolve, she pushed aside her doubts and focused on the task at hand, determined to find the legendary healer no matter the cost. Days turned into weeks as Chioma journeyed deeper into the heart of the wilderness, her every step bringing her closer to her goal. Along the way, she encountered allies who offered aid and guidance in her quest, their words of encouragement bolstering her spirits as she pressed on. But as she drew nearer to her destination, Chioma found herself faced with a difficult choice. The path ahead was fraught with danger, and she knew that every step brought her closer to the unknown. Yet, she also knew that turning back was not an option, not when James's life hung in the balance. With a heavy heart, Chioma made her decision. She would press on, no matter the cost, risking everything for the chance to save James from the brink of death. For in the end, there was no greater force in the world than love, and Chioma would let nothing stand in the way of saving the man she loved. As she set out once more, her determination burned brighter than ever before. She knew that the road ahead would not be easy, but she refused to let fear or doubt deter her from her mission. With every step forward, she drew closer to the legendary healer who might hold the key to saving James, her heart filled with hope for the future. After weeks of arduous journeying through treacherous terrain and facing formidable challenges, Chioma finally arrived at the hidden sanctuary rumored to house the legendary healer. The air hummed with ancient magic as she stepped into the sacred grounds, her heart pounding with anticipation and apprehension. The sanctuary was shrouded in a veil of mystery, its walls adorned with intricate symbols and glyphs that seemed to pulse with otherworldly energy. Chioma felt a sense of awe wash over her as she gazed upon the ancient architecture, a testament to the power that resided within these hallowed halls. As she ventured deeper into the sanctuary, Chioma was met with the sight of the healer, a figure draped in flowing robes that seemed to shimmer with ethereal light. His eyes held the wisdom of ages, and his presence exuded a sense of tranquility that washed over Chioma like a gentle breeze. With a sense of reverence, Chioma approached the healer, her voice trembling with emotion as she beseeched him for aid. She spoke of James's plight, of the battle they had endured and the love that bound them together. She poured her heart out to the healer, her every word a testament to the depth of her devotion. The healer listened in silence, his expression unreadable as Chioma recounted her tale. When she had finished, he nodded solemnly, his gaze piercing through her with an intensity that sent shivers down her spine. "You seek to defy death itself," the healer spoke at last, his voice echoing through the chamber like a distant whisper. "Such a feat is not easily accomplished, and the path ahead is fraught with peril. Are you prepared to face the consequences of your actions?" Chioma's heart skipped a beat as she contemplated the healer's words. She knew that the journey ahead would not be easy, but she was willing to risk everything for the chance to save James. With a steely resolve, she nodded, her eyes blazing with determination. "I will do whatever it takes," Chioma declared, her voice unwavering. "For love knows no bounds, and I will not rest until James is by my side once more." And with those words, Chioma embarked on the next leg of her journey, her heart filled with hope and determination. Little did she know of the trials that awaited her, or the true extent of the healer's power. But one thing was certain, she would stop at nothing to save the man she loved. As Chioma delved deeper into the healer's sanctuary, she was met with a series of trials designed to test her worthiness. Each chamber she entered presented a new challenge, pushing her to her limits both physically and mentally. In one chamber, Chioma faced a labyrinth of illusions, where the walls shifted and changed with every step she took. She relied on her intuition and instincts to navigate the maze, trusting in her own inner strength to guide her through the darkness. In another chamber, Chioma was confronted with a series of riddles and puzzles, each more cryptic than the last. She racked her brain for answers, her mind racing to decipher the hidden meanings behind the enigmatic clues. Despite the challenges that lay before her, Chioma refused to falter. With unwavering determination, she pressed on, fueled by the love she bore for James and the hope that burned brightly in her heart. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Chioma reached the inner sanctum of the healer's sanctuary, her pulse quickening with anticipation. Before her stood the healer, his eyes shimmering with ancient wisdom as he regarded her with a solemn gaze. "You have proven yourself worthy, Chioma," the healer spoke, his voice resonating with power. "But the path ahead is fraught with danger, and the consequences of your actions may be more than you can bear. Are you prepared to face the challenges that await you?" Chioma's heart pounded in her chest as she contemplated the healer's words. She knew that the journey ahead would not be easy, but she was willing to risk everything for the chance to save James. With a determined nod, Chioma squared her shoulders and met the healer's gaze head-on. "I am ready," she declared, her voice ringing with conviction. "No matter what lies ahead, I will not falter. For love knows no bounds, and I will not rest until James is by my side once more." And with those words, Chioma embarked on the next phase of her journey, her spirit unbroken and her resolve unwavering. Little did she know of the trials that awaited her, or the true extent of the healer's power. But one thing was certain, she would stop at nothing to save the man she loved. In the heart of the healer's sanctuary, Chioma faced her most challenging trial yet, the trial of faith. She stood before a shimmering portal, its surface rippling with otherworldly energy, and knew that beyond lay the answers she sought. With a deep breath, Chioma stepped forward, her heart pounding with anticipation. As she crossed the threshold, she felt a surge of power wash over her, enveloping her in a cocoon of light. Visions flashed before her eyes, memories of her life with James and the love they shared. But amidst the memories, Chioma saw glimpses of a future shrouded in darkness, a world without James by her side. Doubt gnawed at her heart as she grappled with the possibility of failure, the fear of losing James forever threatening to consume her whole. Yet, even in the face of uncertainty, Chioma refused to surrender to despair. With every ounce of strength she possessed, she pushed forward, her determination unyielding in the face of adversity. As she emerged from the portal, Chioma found herself standing in a vast chamber bathed in golden light. Before her stood the healer, his presence radiant and serene. "You have faced the trial of faith and emerged victorious," the healer spoke, his voice echoing through the chamber like a gentle breeze. "But the true test lies ahead. Are you prepared to face the ultimate challenge?" Chioma's resolve hardened as she met the healer's gaze. "I am," she replied, her voice steady despite the uncertainty that churned within her. "No matter what lies ahead, I will not falter. For love knows no bounds, and I will not rest until James is by my side once more." With those words, Chioma braced herself for the trials yet to come, her spirit unbroken and her determination unwavering. Little did she know of the obstacles that awaited her, or the true extent of the sacrifices she would be forced to make. But one thing was certain, she would stop at nothing to save the man she loved. Guided by the healer, Chioma embarked on the final leg of her journey, the healing ritual. They ventured deep into the heart of the sanctuary, where ancient runes glowed with a soft, pulsating light, illuminating the path before them. As they reached the sacred chamber, Chioma's heart raced with anticipation. She watched as the healer prepared for the ritual, his movements deliberate and precise. Every gesture was imbued with an otherworldly grace, as if he were conducting a symphony of magic. With a solemn nod, the healer motioned for Chioma to approach. She stepped forward, her breath catching in her throat as she beheld the altar before her. It was adorned with rare herbs and precious gemstones, their energies humming with power. The healer instructed Chioma to lay James upon the altar, his form bathed in the soft glow of the runes. With trembling hands, she obeyed, her heart hammering in her chest as she watched the ritual unfold. As the healer began the incantations, Chioma felt a surge of energy coursing through the chamber. The air crackled with electricity, and a sense of anticipation hung heavy in the air. With each word spoken, Chioma felt a glimmer of hope flicker to life within her heart. She dared to believe that this ritual could save James, that their love could defy even death itself. But as the ritual reached its climax, Chioma's hopes were dashed in an instant. A wave of darkness engulfed the chamber, sending shockwaves rippling through the air. The healer's incantations faltered, his expression contorted in horror. In the blink of an eye, everything changed. The ritual had gone awry, and Chioma's worst fears had been realized. James's life hung in the balance, his fate now uncertain. With a cry of despair, Chioma reached out to James, her heart breaking at the sight of his still form. The healer looked on in anguish, his powers unable to undo the damage that had been done. As darkness closed in around them, Chioma clung to the last vestiges of hope. She refused to accept defeat, determined to find a way to save James no matter the cost. As despair threatened to consume her, Chioma's mind raced with desperate thoughts. She refused to accept that this was the end, that all hope was lost. With tears streaming down her cheeks, she pleaded with the healer to find a way to save James. The healer's brow furrowed in concentration as he searched for a solution. His powers were formidable, but even he seemed uncertain in the face of such overwhelming darkness. But just as all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light pierced the shadows. The healer's eyes widened in realization as he uncovered a forgotten ritual, one that held the key to undoing the damage that had been done. With renewed determination, Chioma and the healer set to work, their every movement fueled by the desperate desire to save James. They poured their energies into the ritual, weaving together threads of light and shadow in a delicate dance of magic. As the ritual reached its climax, Chioma held her breath, her heart pounding in her chest. She dared not look, for fear of what she might see. But then, a miracle occurred. A soft glow enveloped James's form, bathing him in a warm, ethereal light. His chest rose and fell with each breath, his once lifeless eyes fluttering open to gaze upon Chioma with a love that transcended words. In that moment, time seemed to stand still as Chioma and James were reunited once more. Tears of joy streamed down Chioma's cheeks as she held James close, their hearts beating as one. The healer looked on in awe, his faith in the power of love renewed. For in the end, it was not magic or incantations that saved James, but the strength of Chioma's unwavering devotion. As they emerged from the depth of darkness, Chioma and James knew that their love had conquered even death itself. And though the road ahead would be fraught with challenges and uncertainty, they faced the future together, their bond stronger than ever before. As the echoes of the healing ritual faded into the ether, Chioma and James were left to bask in the aftermath of their miraculous reunion. They clung to each other with a newfound fervor, each moment a precious gift that they had almost lost forever. The healer looked on with a sense of awe, his heart filled with gratitude for witnessing such a wondrous event. He had seen many miracles in his time, but none quite like this. It was a testament to the power of love, a force that transcended even the darkest of shadows. But amidst the joyous reunion, there lingered a sense of unease. The darkness that had threatened to consume James still lurked on the edges of their consciousness, a reminder of the perilous journey they had endured. With a heavy heart, Chioma knew that their struggle was far from over. The road ahead would be fraught with challenges and obstacles, and they would need to remain vigilant if they were to overcome them. But for now, in this moment of fleeting peace, Chioma allowed herself to revel in the warmth of James's embrace. She brushed away the tears that stained his cheeks, replacing them with a smile that spoke volumes of the love she bore for him. Together, they faced the uncertainty of the future with courage and determination. For though they knew that darkness would always linger on the edges of their world, they also knew that as long as they had each other, they could weather any storm that came their way. And so, hand in hand, Chioma and James set out once more, their hearts filled with hope and their spirits unbroken. For in the end, they knew that as long as they had love, they had everything they needed to conquer even the greatest of challenges. As Chioma and James emerged from the healer's sanctuary, they were greeted by the warm embrace of the sun and the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. It was a stark contrast to the darkness they had faced, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there was always light to be found. But their moment of respite was short-lived, for they knew that the road ahead would not be easy. The kingdom of Umuika Village awaited their return, and with it, the daunting task of rebuilding what had been lost in the wake of the battle. With determination burning in their hearts, Chioma and James set out for home, their minds already brimming with plans for the future. They knew that there would be challenges and obstacles to overcome, but they were ready to face them head-on, together. As they journeyed back to Umuika Village, Chioma and James found solace in each other's company, their love a beacon of hope in a world still reeling from the scars of war. They shared stories and laughter along the way, cherishing every moment they had together. But even as they approached the familiar sights and sounds of their kingdom, a sense of unease lingered in the air. Rumors of their miraculous reunion had spread far and wide, casting doubt upon the authenticity of their love and the nature of James's return. Chioma and James knew that they would need to confront the skepticism and suspicion head-on, proving to their people that their love was real and their bond unbreakable. It would not be an easy task, but they were determined to set the record straight and reclaim their rightful place in the kingdom.